All right, let's do this. I had saw like a tweet. I saw a tweet like yesterday actually, and somebody like put this in the Discord. So I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it. Some random guy, I think his name is like BradTaste. Yeah, it says it here. This is an X8 video, by the way. Melts down over Ethan Klein is what it's called. I don't know. He met Ethan, took a picture, and then people got a little upset with him because of Ethan's stance on Israel-Palestine, which is literally the coldest take ever. It's like, oh, I think what's going on is horrible, but I also think like Israel has a right to exist. But I think his perspective is like Netanyahu is like a war criminal and should be, ousted. The coldest take ever. I don't understand what, you know what I mean? Whatever. And this guy folded to the pressure. So, whatever. It's funny. Let's take a look at it. You watch Brad, he's cool. Is he cool? Well, this was not cool. It was weak. Is this him, BradTaste, too? This is his, like, defense, I guess, or his response. I guess we'll try to find his main channel, but let's start this off.
Soy boy of the week for the... Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a new soy boy of the week for the entire internet to decimate all at once. A couple weeks ago, it was In Praise of Shadows. Now we've got BradTaste in music.
I don't know, man. I don't think this guy's quite hit the In Praise of Shadows level of cringe. It's pretty bad, you know?
These guys always...
I mean, even the people on the left-leaning and right-leaning individuals felt the need to disavow this guy, you know? I was in a video about it. Fuck, what is his name? Dude, what is wrong with me? The black guy. Like, I don't remember his name for some reason. I know his name is FD Signifier. You know, it seemed like the younger, edgier young men were criticizing In Praise of Shadows. Me, of course, the based, amazing guy. And then even a black guy, a liberal black guy. So that's crazy. Hit the whole spectrum there. The autism spectrum. I'm just kidding. Okay.
End up somehow just throwing themselves to the wolves, having some weird Twitter meltdown. This guy's Twitter meltdown literally just started.
Is this guy mostly a TikToker or is he more of a YouTuber? Oh, it seems like he's more of a YouTuber.
Starting from taking a picture with Ethan and Ela Klein and captioning it, "Great."
Wow, is this Ethan now? He looks so much younger now that he's lost a little bit of weight. Good for him.
Moves. Yeah, this tweet on screen is the end of this guy's Twitter and internet career, apparently, because this led him down a multi-tweet meltdown rampage. Now, what could possibly be wrong with this picture? Well,
Ethan has a take that kids on the internet don't like about Israel-Palestine. That's pretty much it.
After he took this, random people on Twitter decided to say that he's taking pictures with a Zionist, and they tried to give him just the slightest bit of backlash over it. How dare you take a picture with Ethan Klein, one of the biggest YouTubers in the world?
More like, how dare you post on Twitter? I mean, what are you doing? People are toxic idiots over there, you know?
Especially during, isn't this week VidCon week, when every major YouTuber is hanging out right now? How dare he do this? Well, he made this post, and he was getting some backlash at first. And at first, he was standing his ground. He was shitting all over them.
Well, there's no ground to stand on. Like, this, again, and this is something that people should know as a content creator. Stop responding to people. Stop. Like, there's you don't have to respond, especially to comments. Okay, if there's somebody in the real life world, or excuse me, if there's somebody that makes like a video about you and you feel the need to make a meaningful response, that's one thing. But why are you sitting there in fucking comments talking to Cass of Simpleton with a watermelon? This guy's a racist. I know. I don't know if you guys know this. Watermelons. That's a racist dog whistle, okay? But it's like, why are you even responding? Even if you're wrong, don't tell people on Twitter. Shut the fuck up. What are you doing? Post your picture, let people cry, and move on. Because it's not just about this is what people have to understand too. This doesn't look good to any content creator that would potentially meet with this guy. The way he seemed to have handled the situation from what I saw is a big mark of never associate with this guy. Even people who don't like Ethan Klein, they're like, probably shouldn't associate with this guy because he's a fucking coward that'll roll back the second anybody gives him any pushback. Like, we're on the internet. Everybody has a history of like not being perfect. So I don't know if you realize that, but you're basically harming your ability. Because like, what if you talk to somebody else that has like a little bit of a sketchy past? Not even sketchy, but like has a hot take on something, and then like you make the entire conversation about it. It's just, people are gonna like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person because they'll have a fucking baby meltdown about it.
Someone responded, Bro, shut up. You're willingly aligning yourself with Zionists and you expect not to be criticized for it? And Brad replied, it's not that serious, little bro. So at first he was like, listen, it's not a big deal.
It's not that serious.
I'm just taking a picture with a super mega YouTuber. It's like that person who ran up to...
Brad is a music review streamer. He essentially, the Anthony Fantino was a streamer. I don't understand how you make money, though, if you're streaming people's music. Like, wouldn't that get demonetized? How does he make money on his videos? I wonder, you know. I mean, TikTok doesn't have that problem. Maybe he does a lot of shorts, which would be a smart way to go. So, like, you would monetize your stream. Obviously, you get money from people donating, but then you wouldn't get ad revenue after. And then you make shorts and stuff to plug, hey, come watch this. And then maybe that's what it is.
Hasan being like, don't drink Coke on stream. Like, at least pretend to do our protest. Like, you know, just be better.
Oh, it seems like he does try to push on TikTok a little bit. Fucking beta move right here, buddy. Though, I'm putting your don't have videos on your shorts with your TikTok on there. They might get demonetized, so you should get rid of that one. Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say you need to stop drinking Coke Zero on stream. It's boycott.
Wait, is it?
You're preaching pro-Palestine and you're drinking all this boycott stuff. Please, Hasan.
I can't believe you're supporting it.
At least pretend. Do it off stream. Please.
Okay, I'll put it in a glass. Is Pepsi okay?
No.
So there's a lot of different things going on here with the accent and the picnic hat and all this other stuff. It's incredible. I love our world. It's a melting pot. It's incredible stuff.
No soda. I didn't know it was like that. I'm trying to stop it.
That clip is exactly what this feels like, and he's responding appropriately, in my opinion. It's not that serious, little bro. Like, okay.
Well, I mean, to be, let's be fair. In that situation, Hasan, considering how very little he'll do to verify the information that he brings up. I mean, he literally reads random unverified Twitter posts that pretend to, you know, report in like facts on what's going on the conflict. For him to like go absolutely fucking insane on stream about Israel Palestine, it would make sense that he would completely disavow Pepsi and Coke products. So the fact that he doesn't do that, like the energy he puts on a stream, in my opinion, would fit the person who would refuse to drink Pepsi or Coke on stream. You know, so it kind of does, you know, based on his energy, his, you know, lack of thoughtfulness and what products he supports, she's actually not really in the wrong. You know,
but for some reason, after these randoms just...
I mean, he wouldn't even, like, defend Ethan when he's getting shit on. He's like, yeah, I know that they're misrepresenting you, but what am I supposed to do? I can't stop them from saying it in my Discord, in my Reddit, in my, you know, Twitch chat. I can't, you know what I mean? It's like, come on. She's kind of in the right based on that. I think she's being ridiculous, but that's the audience he crafted there, so...
Just built up in his replies. He decided to bend the knee and fold and actually say that he is a...
He'll disavow Ethan before Pepsi. True.
horrible, terrible person for this. The next morning, he woke up and quote tweeted his tweet saying, "This image made a statement that I did not intend to make, and I'd like to apologize for people who were hurt or upset by this. I also apologize for my quick response, as it was dismissive towards people who care about me and others deeply."
You think that the people on Twitter cared about you deeply? Wow, that's incredible. I don't think that they care about you at all. They're just upset. These are people that are either at work or mostly at home, and in between playing fucking Stardew Valley, they're sitting there going like, oh my god, I'm so upset by this existing. That's pretty much all it is. It's just crybabies that are looking for attention on the internet, and you gave it to them by making this whole thing. Now they feel powerful. They're like, oh my god, see, we stopped another person from liking Ethan Klein because he thinks Jews should exist. Thank God we fucking stopped that.
I appreciate,
because some of the advocacy for Palestine, understandable, has gotten into the area of anti-Semitism, and when it comes to Ethan, the misrepresentation of it is anti-Semitic.
You looking out for me, and so he was getting backlash already in this response here, but he decided to.
Brad does streams where people donate $9 a minute for music, so like it would cost you $27 for him to listen to a 3-minute song, and he does these streams 16 hours a week, so he makes bank. Oh, good for him.
Double down and just continue posting on Twitter, where then he made this tweet where he says, "I'm aware that being around Ethan and Hila at the moment is very questionable." What? I wanted to meet them despite people's valid criticisms of them. I'm aware this is a bad look, and posting a photo with them upset many people. Not the best decision on my part.
This isn't even a good response. What this says is like, hey guys, I know you guys don't like Ethan and Hila right now, so I probably shouldn't talk to them. But I did. What? That's just stupid. It's not even, you're not even being genuine. You don't even genuinely care about the criticism you're getting. Obviously, we already knew that. but you're pretending to. Shut the fuck up. Who cares if you met Ethan and Hila? Like, who gives a shit? This is like so dumb. This is so fucking stupid.
And of course, someone replies, wait, you know they were problematic, and why? Then why would you ever want to meet them?
He didn't know they were problematic. At least to me, it's clear he didn't know. My head's so itchy. We're taking the hat off. He didn't know that they were problematic. He met them, and then he realized people hated Ethan. And then he's like, this is his afterthought. But the problem with saying dumb shit like, oh, I knew they were problematic from the start. Now it makes you look complicit in this ridiculous world where they're like problematic for this. You know? That's all it makes you look. Now it looks like, oh, well, you actually, because they're not, in my opinion, their Israel-Palestine shit's not problematic at all. It's the most normal. It's like, it's a literal, like, left-leaning take in the real world, off Twitter. Unproblematic take. So, but you're saying you thought it was problematic and you still associated with them. So why? What, like, that now makes you look complicit in whatever, like, fucking weird ideology that people have of Ethan. So,
if you knew Ethan and Hila were Zionists, Hila herself was in the IDF, why even risk your reputation for that meeting?
Pretty sure you have to be in the IDF if you're like Jewish, if you lived in Israel for like a year. Isn't that part of it?
I just love this Hila was in the IDF meme, as if Hila herself has been in the battlefields now, just slaughtering children. And also as if...
I mean, that could be kind of hot. Hila wearing like a bikini with a gun, shooting kid. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just going too far with that joke. My bad. This is terrible what's happening. Thank you for the $5 Canadian from James Smith. Hey, Mr. Gut. Did you see Mr. Mikor opening on his Boogie stream? He really went in on him. Oh, I don't know who that is, and I don't know. No, I didn't see it. I don't know if maybe I'll take a look at it, but I don't know.
She's not a Israeli citizen where serving in the IDF is mandatory. This portrayal of it is like she willingly chose to sign up for the IDF, and
even if she did, it was like 10 or 15 years ago. Who cares?
Do everything she could to kill as many Palestinians as possible. It's like, what the fuck? So he responds,
what the flip?
I wanted to meet them because they were famous.
It just makes you sound like a sellout, dude. This guy's an idiot. I almost feel bad for him now that I'm like looking through it. He's so weak. But I get it. I mean, I've gotten backlash before. I don't think I've ever handled it this poorly. Well, I mean, I've handled it poorly, just not in this direction. I'll usually fucking, well, whatever.
And I had the opportunity to watch a creator who was a pivotal part of my childhood and early YouTube adventures. I had no care for the moral implications at the time. The moral implications. What are you talking about? I just wanted to feel cool.
It sounds like this guy's talking about like smoking cigarettes in high school. Yeah, I thought it would look cool if I smoked cigarettes. I didn't understand the moral implications of doing it right outside of the school on Smoker's Island. We used to have that. It's called Smoker's Island. It's pretty cool. But everybody would smoke cigarettes there. Not me. I was a cool guy. I didn't smoke cigarettes back then. I was too cool for that. I don't know why it took them so long, but it wasn't until after I was out of high school that they decided to not let kids smoke cigarettes right in front of the principal's office anymore. So, great stuff.
The moral implications of this picture are unbelievable. I mean,
yeah, it looks like maybe he cocked Ethan. And that's what the implication of this picture is. He looks like a celebrity. I don't know who, though. Somebody that does like a show. I can't tell.
Do you see?
Who the fuck are these other people?
See this, you guys? Who knows?
Ethan's pimping around with 3 other ladies.
Have come out of this photograph right here. I mean, this is real serious stuff.
Smoking cigarettes is cool, guys. Smoke, kids. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. Don't smoke. It's bad for you.
This is basically like taking a picture with Epstein. I mean, this is horrible. But this guy, don't feel sympathy for him, because he is completely pathetic, and he just went after Turkey Tom for literally no reason at all.
No reason at all, dude. Maybe it's that haircut. We'll see.
Turkey Tom quote tweeted his tweet. The one he says, "I'm aware of being around Ethan is a super question."
Oh, I saw this meme all over the place. People have been posting pictures with people and then like literally just memeing this guy here.
And he just made it a copy pasta, basically. And Brad quoted him, "We literally laugh about you behind your back. You have no real friends."
Who's we? Like, I don't understand. You know, I'm sure there are people who laugh at Tom. I don't know. The haircut, honestly. It really wasn't that bad. I don't know why he hated it so much. But like, what is he... Who's we? Like, what friends do you have? You're willing to sell out, like, you know, an acquaintance that you had almost immediately. I can't imagine you have a lot of friends here.
And then cowered away and deleted this.
Damn.
So this guy is...
Once you post that, man, you got to keep it up, dude.
Not some poor, innocent little good boy who's just being bullied by the internet. No, this guy is a snake. He's a piece of shit.
Brad seems like the kind of guy, because I've been there before, maybe he's a nice... I've never been a nice guy, but he seems like he might be kind of a nice guy. And he got an overwhelming amount of hate on the internet over this, because the Israel-Palestine conversation can get very toxic when people are criticizing you. And the naysayers are the loudest. And he didn't know how to deal with that, and he's just spiraling. This is probably his first bout of like actual, real frustrating criticism. And again, like I've been doing commentary for a while, so I'm used to it more. I still don't probably handle it perfectly. It's been a while since I've gotten criticism, I guess, in like a huge way. But like I get it. I don't think he's a bad guy or anything. He and I could be wrong. He just seems like he doesn't know how to deal with this type of criticism. And he's just kind of getting upset, and he's just he doesn't know what to do. He's getting up. He probably talked to Ethan, didn't care about the criticism. People bombarded him, and then he slowly was like, oh, maybe they're right. Started getting self-conscious, and then made like some pussy walk back, and didn't realize that he now just empowered the fucking basically trolls. Like, let's be honest here, basically empowered the fucking trolls to continue to harass him. Not the Turkey Tom trolls, like the fucking Israel Palestine, like the virtue signaling trolls. And now because he walked it back, everybody else is making fun of him too. So that's where he's at. But still, as a creator, like I mean, I feel like it makes sense. This guy is not somebody you can really associate with, because he'll flip on a dime, and you don't want to have weak associates. So
shout out to the Clipped Live subreddit for giving me this tweet.
Yeah, delete Twitter. I agree. Speak of Instagram.
You subreddit, join it. And then pretty much after all of that, instantly H3 decided to respond to him, posting on his Instagram story saying, "This is Brad. Someone on the crew was kind enough to get him VIP tickets, so he was able to come backstage and hang out with us."
What the fuck's my ticket, you punk bitch? Where was this even? At like an event? I wouldn't go. I did go to a lake though. We went kayaking. That's what I like to do, you know?
I had the chance to speak with him for a little bit, and I thought he was a nice guy. Here he is, apologizing for taking a photograph with me, which is so unbelievably soy. Even H3 is just shocked by this revelation that this guy came to. "I must apologize and bend the knee for taking a photo with the Epstein of YouTube." He continues, quote,
"No, he's not the Epstein of YouTube. He's like the Netanyahu of YouTube." Okay, that's who he...
in the second tweet that we read, saying, "Because I'm a Zionist."
This is nothing but... Yeah, it is. It's just something to fuck around with, bro. It's a little bit of fun here. It's silly. Oh, they do it in their own show. Oh, this is their own show. Oh, okay. Right. They do like a big live thing, don't they?
Yes. What does this even mean? To those that use this word as an...
I wouldn't pretend to smoke cigarettes, dude. I didn't smoke when I was a kid. Then I got older and I smoked cigarettes for a while, and then I quit, okay?
Insult. It simply means anyone that believes Israel has the right to continue to exist. According to recent polling, this would include 90% of the world's Jewish population. That means that Brad here would like to apologize for taking a photograph with 9 out of 10 Jews.
Yeah, basically. That's the thing with the word Zionist now. So, I mean, we'll look up the traditional, what Zionist means. A supporter of Zionism, a person who believes in the development and protection of a Jewish nation, what is now Israel. I don't think that in its purest form Zionism is wrong. It's okay to support Israel's right to exist. I think that they should exist. I understand that part of that is from like a Western perspective. They're our strongest Western ally in the Middle East. They're the most progressive and free country in the Middle East when it comes to their own citizens, at least. So they should be able to exist. That doesn't mean that everything that they do is justifiable or okay, and that's where like Ethan is. It's just like, I don't believe in everything. I think that's a reasonable take to be like, I agree, I support their right to exist, but I also don't support every action that they're taking against Palestine, right? Poggers, bro. That's pretty much it. That's not an anti-Semitic take. That's not a take that's pro-genocide or killing Palestinians or any of that dumb bullshit, idiot speak. That is just the take that they should, and I do believe that they have the right to exist. I understand why they would want to have a Jewish nation, since it was like basically founded after World War II, after the Jews were genocided like horribly, so they want to have their own place. And it's not just Jewish only. There are other groups of people that live there. There's actually, I think, around 1 or 2 million Palestinian citizens there that vote and take part in elections, and like they're athletes, and they're in government and all this other stuff. So just to be clear, yeah, but now people will just call you a Zionist if you think Jews have the right to exist. And then they'll chant from the river to the sea, which is an anti-Semitic dog whistle to kill the Jews. It is, whether you want to hear it or not. I would understand why Palestinians would think that way, considering they're getting fucking bombarded. So for them to say it, I get it. But for like some dumb high school or college kid be like, yeah, from the river to the sea, like what you're saying is from the river to the sea. That's the entire... Get rid of the Jews. There's nowhere else for them to go. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah. But we don't really have to go too much into that. So that's just to be clear. Calling everybody a Zionist as like a slur is you just saying that like you don't like Jews. It's okay to say you don't support people who... You obviously shouldn't support people who think that Israel's actions are 100% justifiable. That would be ridiculous. But
Whatever criticism I have voiced for Israel, whatever financial contributions I've made to the people of Gaza, nothing will ever be enough. Because I, like 90% of all Jews, am a Zionist. I've been on the receiving end of rabid anti-Semitism ever since October 7th, but this one made me especially sad.
Damn.
Then showing the reply that we read. I'm not upset with Brad. I don't blame him for his response.
Wait, what is the show? Oh, it's Brad's response. Okay.
But when your ideology concludes that 90% of an ethnic group are monsters, I think you probably just don't like that ethnic group.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it's justifiable hatred. I think a lot of people, again, I think a lot of the young people in high school and college, they're happy to hate something and feel justified in that hatred, right? That's why they have a, 100% anti-Israel stance. Some of them, not all of them, because it's not about supporting Palestine or Palestinian people getting killed. It's about feeling justified in hating a group. And you see people on both sides doing the exact same thing. And this is just their justifier. It's like, oh, it's justified to hate gay people and trans people for, like, farther right conservatives, for farther right, progressives, or excuse me, farther left progressives. It's okay to hate Jews. Like, it's just about hate. And I think people like to hate. People love hating people, and people love feeling justified in their hatred of another group. And that, I think, is what a lot of this is. It's just why it's spiraled into from starting with reasonable criticism to spiraling into legitimate anti-Semitism. And I think it spiraled very quickly into anti-Semitism, because that's all it is, bro. People just love hating people. That's why we had the gladiatorial arenas. People love a good fight. They love a good brawl. They love getting out their anger and frustration on a group that they feel is justifiable, even if it really isn't. And that's pretty much it, man.
My heart goes out to the suffering in Gaza. I pray every day for a ceasefire. I will continue to support Palestine.
I'm going to tell you honestly right now, I know this is terrible. I don't even think about this that much. What I do pray for every day is that my shit will come out without ripping my asshole apart and causing me my anus to bleed, And that's why I had a salad today, because I needed more roughage. So I'm just being real with you. I know that's probably fucked up, but I'm just me, man. I'm just a human being. You can't fault me for that one, okay?
And yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think H3 has ever just gone publicly calling for the genocide of Palestinians. Like, I don't think that's ever happened. Pretty sure he's generally had relatively reasonable opinions about the conflict, especially given that he is Israeli himself, along with his wife being an Israeli citizen. Maybe he's called for the death of children in Gaza or something. I don't know. That makes no
he hasn't.
No sense to me at all. But realistically, at the end of the day, his opinion on that doesn't really matter, like I said, unless he's doing that crazy shit. Because none of this should have happened in the first place, because all that happened here was that Brad just took a photograph.
Yeah, I do need more fiber. I was on vacation, bro. I was on vacation. Of course I didn't get enough fiber,
With them. It's not that deep. I mean, what the hell are we doing here? This photo is what spawned this whole conflict back and forth, and it's not over yet. Brad continues posting.
And Brad is just telling people to criticize him more, by the way. Like, this is, and I'm not even talking about the people that disagree with his apology. The people who cried in the first place. You're inviting more criticism. When you give, like, you're responding to people's temper tantrum. It's like when your kid's having a temper tantrum and you play too much into it. Like, sit there, smoke your cigarette, and look at your watch. Don't smoke in front of kids. Look at your watch. Wait for your kid to have a temper tantrum and be over with it. You don't go. Oh, are you okay? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, you just let them be a fucking baby and let it pass.
On Twitter where he quote tweets Jacob, who says, "You're being way too harsh on yourself over this. You met some famous people and took a pic with them and thought it was cool. Not everything has to be tied back to something controversial, and the people giving you shit over that aspect are just probably continuing to stay wrong." And Brad,
why did that person pull the tweet down or something?
Quote tweets them saying, "The famous people in question are hated by a lot of people for their really strong and dangerous opinions."
There isn't a single dangerous opinion from Ethan on this topic. What are you talking about? Ethan's most dangerous opinion, I think, is that you should listen to lupus diagnoses from ChatGPT and start spiraling mentally about it. Okay, these famous people are hated by a lot of people, but they don't have any dangerous opinions on Israel-Palestine. I don't even think this guy could tell you a single dangerous opinion. He's just a fucking crybaby loser. So...
And I'd plastered my smiling face next to them and posted it online. I've become sloppy. I should be more harsh on myself. I'm better than that.
And just keep being harsher and harsher, and just really keep up with that. If you think you should be real harsh on yourself, just keep going. Lean into every thought you have. Thank you for the... Don't do that, but you're being a fucking idiot. Thank you for the $5 from LC97. Hey, Papa, I was talking to another about smoking, not you. Keeping gooning and gripping. Much love. All right, brother. I appreciate that. I love you. I think you're referring to when I was talking about fake smoking cigarettes before or something. It's all good, man. It wasn't a big deal. Thank you for the $5 though, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Love you.
And H3 responds, I'm still waiting to know what these strong and dangerous opinions are.
Yeah.
And so Brad ends up replying to the H3 story where he says, my heart goes out to Gaza. And Brad says, from content creator to content creator, I genuinely don't understand how anyone is supposed to handle the amount of noise that comes from having any opinion.
Yeah, this would have probably been something to DM Ethan about privately before you decided to go off the fucking rails. That's a podcast name. And disavow Ethan like a fucking baby. Because this makes sense to me. And like I said before, it seems like this guy is getting a lot of hate and doesn't know how to deal with it. He's a creator that's generally non-controversial. He listens to music for his content. He listens to music for his fucking content. Like, it's whatever. So he's not like he's not doing the controversial opinions or perspectives on things. And, you know, hey, that's the way to do it. Am I right? Who likes to, who wants to be criticized? This is the first time he's getting criticism, and now he doesn't know how to deal with it. But again, the thing is that, like, you just dealt with this so fucking poorly. Like, you really shit your pants on this one, man. Like, you dealt with this horrifically. And it's going to hurt your relations with people moving forward.
I think I've seen every single side of the situation and be mad at me for a different reason. I'm either doing too much or not enough, and trying to make everyone happy is killing me. Welcome to the internet, retard. I mean,
oh, dude, relax, dude. Don't be so rude.
How long have you been doing content creation?
I will say, I don't know who this X8 guy is. We've watched some of his videos, like solid content creator and all that. I don't think that this guy has ever dealt with backlash like the way that this guy is dealing with backlash. And I could be wrong, but like I have. Like I've had my issues on TikTok, especially when I had more followers. So I know what these guys coming from. Like, I get it. You know, it's easy to be like, oh, well, you know, you should know how it is. This, you don't know how this is until you get fucking slammed. And I've been slammed a few times, you know, and I'm not even going to say I did a particularly good job at dealing with it. But I don't think that this guy making this video understands how, like, intense the criticism can feel, you know? So yeah, I don't think that you know where he's coming from with that. Because I get where he's coming from. He's probably feeling a lot of criticism, and it feels very real, and it feels very meaningful. It's not. It's really not.
This guy's been on YouTube making stuff for, what, the last 6 years? Literally 6 years? And only now you're coming to the conclusion that you can't make everyone happy? I've been doing YouTube daily for like 30 days at this point. I mean, off and on, occasionally here over the last few years. A month. I mean, you come across people in your comment section. Everyone's always pissed about something. You always upset someone. I mean,
yeah, no. Again, you're comparing some minor disagreements in your in your comments to the type of backlash this guy's getting is not even close to that same field. But
that's just the fucking internet. Welcome to the real world.
Bro, have you ever loved before? What the fuck?
You can't make everyone happy. I don't know how this is something I'm telling a full-grown man. And on top of this, I just can't see this guy as a good, innocent soy boy because of what I brought up earlier. I mean, he just attacked Turkey Tom randomly, saying he has no friends. Everyone laughs about him.
Kind of based, though, if you think about it. That one's a little based, okay? Is that where the line is for you? Somebody criticizes, don't criticize my Turkey Tom. Don't criticize my femboy. He's close to a femboy. Traps are looking pretty. Anyway. That's your line that you draw. It's a weird line to draw. Yeah, I think that he doesn't seem like a bad guy. I just, as a content creator, I feel like if he's gonna, it doesn't really matter for me because I'm a fucking nobody, but for bigger content creators, seeing this interaction, they're not going to say anything about it, but like it's hurting his ability to move forward and talk to other people. I'm just saying it's going to be something that sits with him for a while. Because if you're any content creator and you see this and you see somebody fold so heavily and quickly to public pressure, you're going to be so like resistant to wanting to interact with this guy.
Well, guess what? We're not laughing about you behind the scenes. We're laughing about you to your face. You're a pathetic loser. I'm telling you that straight up, one-on-one, man-to-man.
I'm telling you that, gay down.
You suck. So I just can't take this guy seriously and actually feel any kind of sympathy for him at all. There's been so many weird dramas that have spawned from this Israel-Palestine conflict shit for the past, like, I don't know, a few months now. My very first video, returning to daily videos, was talking about Frogan, and she called Ludwig a cracker for...
Cracker? Come on, guys. You can't be saying that word with the hard R.
For daring to donate.
I guess this guy's probably white, so he can say it, but you shouldn't, dude. Don't give people the power to use that word.
$10,000 to a Palestinian charity, saying it's like chump change and keep your money because he...
Hey, but this Brad guy apologized for taking a photo with a couple. What a loser, he deserves hate. Yeah, I agree with that. I just don't think that he's a bad guy. He seems like he's just struggling to deal with all the criticism he's getting, which is very aggressive criticism. You know, and that's what he has to learn, to not do that. It's stupid.
Decided not to join the live stream promoting this charity, but he shouted it out, donated to it, showed his fans it, but just said he's not going to do the actual live stream itself. How dare he? And so Frogan, in my opinion, was completely in the wrong there. I mean, that was just totally inappropriate. And now we have this person, which is even worse than that situation because there's just a picture being taken.
I disagree. I think Frogan's a real dog shit asshole. I don't know. So, no, I'm just waiting for her to fall off so hard she'll do her OnlyFans. All right, enough of that joke, dude. Enough of that joke, dude. Enough of that. It's so terrible. I'm supposed to be a feminist. Terrible stuff.
I didn't think it could get worse than that, but now there's just a photograph being taken. I wouldn't be surprised if Frogan fired up a live stream calling this dude a cracker for taking this photo. I mean, just jumping to racially degrading him instantaneously. I guess that's what we'll see next. We got to wait for the Frogan live stream. But let's get her take on this situation, guys. But anyway, that's all I really got to say about this. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, yeah, silly little stupid fun situation to throw in there. So fun times. Oh, I forgot. He made this. We almost didn't watch this. He made this video. It's called Hi.
What's up, you guys? So due to recent events, there's actually going to be no stream chat on screen for the foreseeable future.
See? You guys criticize me for not having the stream chat up, but it's a smart play to not have it up there because it encourages rude and inappropriate behavior. Cuss words are violent.
It's my fault. I basically pissed off the wrong crowd of people.
Okay.
To where at this point, the content itself is going to be jeopardized by the fact that there's the ability for people to say something and have it show up on stream and on screen.
I mean, he's right about this, by the way. I mean, this guy pissed off two groups of annoying people. Let's be real. Commentary people and high school students on Twitter. You know, both very annoying groups. I know I'm part of both of them. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not a kid. Okay, I'm being stupid. The point is like, yeah, he pissed off people who are like loud, but the Israel-Palestine people are very obnoxious and annoying, and they like you should just fucking ignore it, dude. You're open yourself up to this.
This is unfortunately, again, it's my fault. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have done anything. Fucking should have just kept my mouth shut.
That's true. Sounds like he learned from it.
I don't know, man. Like, but right now I can't trust that this is not going to happen, that people aren't just going to show up and try to disrupt the content. So for that reason, in order to keep things normal, I'm going to be behind the stream chat. But yeah, I definitely upset a large crowd of people.
Okay.
And simply, I want to actually just talk about music. And this,
I mean, yeah, all he can really do is move forward and just talk about music, and like that's pretty much it. Ignore it. Honestly, hide the people saying annoying shit about Israel Palestine. Like legitimately, just hide those people from the channel. I really don't understand why people are so against hiding people from the channel, as if it's like, oh, that's if you do that, like you're cringe and wrong. I don't care. If you're here and you're saying something that's like completely antithetical to somebody's content, why the fuck would you leave that person on there? So if you make videos about, you know, watching music and somebody comes in and even says anything political, fart them out. What the fuck's the point? Who cares? Get rid of them. It does not matter. Like, there are people, I don't get rid of people who like criticize me, but if somebody says something outrageously fucking stupid, I don't care. I'll hide you from the channel. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It's like, you're being weird. Like, go say that. Go make your video about it. Make a video about it. Criticize me if you want. But like, it's weird. Like, some of the stuff that people say is so stupid. It's fucking incredible.
This whole thing has been a headache, and I have no interest in dragging it out further.
He had his shit on the screen today. He didn't even keep his promise, and apparently Hamas killed some of his family. I put the tweet in this. What? What?
I have no interest in making my audience have to suffer through this situation more with me. I'd rather be able to provide content, do what I've been doing, and try to just, you know, at least if I'm going to deal with...
Bro, what do you mean Hamas killed some of his family? Can you repost it? What are you talking about?
I'm going to deal with it alone, right? So the chat is going to be a little fucked up, but it's not going to be on screen. I'm going to help mods just sort of deal with that. We're going to get back to this. All right?
What the hell?
That's kind of all I got to say.
Peace.
Sorry, I'm all over the place. Wait, what is this? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Update on the Ethan situation. This guy is nuts. Members of my wait, okay, this is apparently okay. What is this? What are you from England? 636? No, 630. Members of my family have died at the hands of Hamas, and it was honestly made this one of the hardest situations I've ever been presented. I understand why people are upset, and I want to make it very clear that I stand with the people of Palestine. Bro, what the fuck? This guy's a fucking psychopath. I don't even believe that this happened. What? I feel like if your family was killed by Hamas, then you would hate all Palestine. Like, you would probably have an irrational hatred of Palestinian people, and you wouldn't be apologetic for supporting Ethan on this. You know what I mean? Like, that's what if like that's the same thing when you have people where like the IDF like killed their family. Like, they're not going to have a nuanced take on it. That was a weird way I said take. They're not going to have a nuanced take on Israel-Palestine because they are personally involved in it. That's, like, of course not. I wouldn't expect them to. So I don't believe this because I feel like you would be like, no, fuck you, I'm on Ethan's side. You know, and then you'd be like almost, you'd probably overly affirm Israel's actions personally. This just seems... This is probably trolling now. I used to follow his Twitter. It was wild. Maybe you think that this is I don't believe that this is trolling because this is what he posted like a couple of days ago, and it's like, if he's so sensitive about the topic, why would he start trolling now? That would be, if he is trolling, that would be also an idiot decision. This guy's a weirdo, dude. What the fuck? All right, whatever.
I've been tired.
Okay.
Okay.
What a fucking weirdo.
It's been a lot. So,
gotcha.
Any patience is appreciated. Thank you.
All right. Well, it seems like, listen, I don't know what that tweet was. We'll pretend, if we pretend that tweet doesn't exist, not a horrible response. Picked it up at the end. He overreacted, and now he's trying to reel it in. And good for him. Hopefully he learns from it. But that was jarring, to say the least, I'll say. Okay.